Ah, welcome, welcome. No fancy graphics for me this week for the realistic tier because my internet can't handle them. Sadly. Round 4, realistic tier. Should be good. We got a couple new guys in this weekend. Who have we got in? Just having a look on there. Black Spartan 133. He's a new addition to the grid. Matthew 10. We'll just go with Matthew on that one. That's all I can see for the minute. No, sorry, we got one other. AMS Jerry, who I happen to know is very fast. Right, let's go with DNF in Q1 by 10 mins remaining. Couple of minutes on that prediction. 17 so far. A couple might be joining in quali. I don't know. Dodo said he may be joining. No Ferraris on the grid. Not good for them. What is it? I can't make out what that is, Shadow. I saw your pace yesterday, and I saw your pace earlier in the practice session in the Williams. Dodo's already in quality. Missed that. What? Sid abusing me in the chat. Why aren't you abusing me in the chat, Sid? Oh, Sid's told me in the chat. Wet start to the race, 93%. Roll on the binnages. First out track, that is Mickey. In McLaren. Lappenkaka, 69, first time chat. Bah. I'm guessing you're not a fan of the rain. Or is that you laughing at others' misfortune? Alfa Romeo coming up awfully quickly on Mickey there. Oh, who's that now gone through? That is Hoff. In the Mercedes. Oh, you're laughing at Shadow. That's fair. I'll allow that. I'm not the biggest fan of this track, I'll be honest. Off down to second for the first couple of corners. Second, he's taking all of this first few corners in second gear. A very technical middle sector of Mexico, the S section. Bane of my life. Penalties galore. There, I think we saw yesterday Shadow picked up 12 seconds of penalties. question, there is a wet start to the race. Who 50-50 wings? Who is running a wet setup and who's running a dry setup? First few times coming in now. Mickey with an 18.5, Hoff with a 19.9. What's Gazza got? Or did he? Oh no, he just started that. Look at he in the Aston. 19.3. The Aston driver. Let's go back to Gazza. See, Trev's just started a lap in the McLaren. Gazza's on 3% ERS, running very low on ERS. Still a respectable time though, 18.9 from Gazza. Shadow literally just started his lap. On board with Trev, who is also running low on ERS. Oh, just clipping that inside curb there from Trev, and that's an invalidation. Shadow is the next car on a lap. There's a Mercedes in front of him, but that is a Mercedes of Hoff. That's a cracking lap from Shadow, 17.8 in the Williams. Giving himself a name as a bit of a Mexico merchant, this man. Sid with a 17.8 in the Red Bull, Ulster 17.3 in the sister Red Bull. Bit of teamwork going on there, maybe a little bit of a draft. Who knows? Matt coming into the final sector. Yeah, the Alpine there of, I want to say Gazza. Or whatever. Getting out of the way. 19.5 from Matt. Alan did a 19 flat. NMB just coming onto a lap in the Haas. McLaren moving out of his way there. I think that's just fractionally up the road. No, that's Jerry just started. Couple of short shifts on the exit there. 6th gear through the S's. No track extending there. Oh, very close to the white line on the entry though. That's the last sector. 18-3 from LMB. Stoney's invalidated. Jerry just coming around the last corner. 19-6 from Jerry. Speaking to him just before the race, and he said he's not done Mexico yet this year, on this year's game. So that's his first flying lap around Mexico in a quali. Expect that time to be improved. I've missed it, but Anthem has gone P2. Him and Ulster perhaps going to have another ding dong this weekend after their spectacular fight in Brazil last time out. No invalidation this time around for Stoney. He's sit in the chat. Ding dong. I find this last sector very awkward. Not a lot of grip in there for me. RPM Stoney then, 18-7, puts himself P8 provisionally in Q1. Sees himself through. A few drivers yet to come out the pits. So, Doug and she just slightly further up the road than Trev. Antho in the chat, Ulster is fast and realistic, boost of confidence from Marco. Doug as he comes through the middle sector, half a second quicker than his current PB. LMB's retired in the pits, happy with his lap. It's just slightly missing the apex there from Doug G. An 18-6, 6.5 tenths quicker, puts himself P8 currently. Gazza just starting a lap. Ollie's happy with his lap. You should watch the F2, Antho, but we don't stream it. Sid's retired. He's happy as well. Antho's retired. So Gazza just over 3 tenths quicker. An 18-4 from Gazza, P6 for the Alpine driver. Let's go down to Trev. He makes his way into the last sector. Trev with a 121.2 puts himself P14 currently, which at the moment is enough to go through because Black Spartan, Matthew, and Dodo's not coming out yet. Jerry back out on track. Currently half a second up on his time. Near enough 6/10 as he heads into the final sector. I do believe as well Jerry is one of those special breed of people that run no assists. 18.5, 1 second quicker than his previous best, puts himself P9. Shadow saying fastest second sector for the Williams. Bloody Mexico merchant. If that delta was right, Trevor was 7/10 up on his lap time, but he was invalid. I see a Mercedes out on track in Matthew. Dodo's also as well has made his way out onto the track. They're leaving it late, that's for sure. If they invalidate, it could be that's all she wrote. Alan's retired in the pits. He's done for Q1. Black Spartan's made his way onto the track as well. Here we go then, Matthew. This is the first time we've seen him. Oh, he's coming into the pits. I thought he was going to go for a lap. How disappointing. And he won't be setting a lap time in quali. That's not the track, Dodos. Making up your own lines. Try and get some heat into them rears by the looks of it. Most of drivers now retiring. Shadow's headed back out onto the track. I am not even sure why. Appreciate the follow, Lap and Cackle. Sounded like a slight lock up there for Donuts. .58.6 through the middle sector for Dodos. Black Spartan also on a lap, not too far behind. So he got in the middle sector, 58.8 for the Alfa Romeo driver. But Dodo's going to cross the line 18.7, puts himself P11. Definitely know that Matthew is heading out in Q1. 18.8 from Black Spartan, puts himself P13. That currently knocks Trev out. Hoff is stationary. Can't park that there, sir. Just waiting for the other cars to go past, which they have. It says Matt's not on a lap, Hoff's not on a lap, so it's just Trev. Fractionally down in his time as he comes through the middle sector into the final sector. I don't think this is going to see him through. It is not. He improves a 20.5, but that is not enough for the McLaren driver. That is that for Q1. Surprisingly, there was no binage. Right, what we got? Oh, as we just said, Trev in the McLaren. P16, we're lining up P16. And Matthew in the Mercedes, not setting a lap time. It's going to be P17 off the start. Just going for a last to first challenge to wow us in his first race. Know his game. So I'm going to go with... I'm going to go with... Douglas Yeat into Q2. Sorry, into Q3. Couple minutes up on that prediction, whether Douglas Yeat will make it into Q3 in the Aston. Gaza is the first man out on track in the Alpine. Jerry following him with Douglas Yeat behind that. Sorry, I'll just keep up with the chat on my phone. There is nothing doing in the Discord, I don't think. Right, here we go then. Start of Q2. Gaza hitting 200, just hitting 205 miles an hour before hitting the brakes down into turn 1. Short shift up into 4th on the exit. Trying to get that power down. Very easy to spin there or invalidate. 29.1 through the opening sector. Also another easy place to invalidate there. Here's very easy to spin if you try and accelerate on that curb, just touch too hard. Run wide onto the Astro, cut the grass. Running that curb, running a risk running that curb. I wouldn't say that was full commitment through the S's, but needs to get a banker in before he does that. Down into 2nd for the hairpin there, you saw a couple of short shifts up into 4th on the exit. Another short shift into 4th at the exit of the final corner. Across the line for an 18.6. Jerry was the next across the line. Here's Jerry with an 18.9 in the Alpha Tower. Douglas Sheet, also an 18.984, he's 1,000 to a second floor. Black Spartan hits the top of the timesheets with an 18.2 in the Alfa Romeo. Mickey's the next up in the McLaren. So you got an 18.1. Sid with a 17.7, so the first driver of Q2 into the 17s. Ulster with the 17.4. Here comes the Mexico merchant himself. Oh, slight correction. Exit at the last corner, 17.6. Himself P2. I've just had some inside information that the race is going to be wet for the first 3/4 of the race, not just a wet race start. So are we seeing drivers running wet setups? Thanks to my Ted Kravitz down in the pit lane for that one. I have a mole in the field. Antho with an 18.4. Alan in Haas, just coming for the S section. $18.3 from Alan, not tightening the angle to the line, but he still gets a respectable lap time there. Puts himself P6. LMB, his teammates just starting like that. Hoff is about halfway round. Stoney's just into the last sector. From wide at the hairpin. Compromises his exit there. Fortunately, it's only a very short run, and he still loses a tenth or two there. 18.2 from Stoney. Go back down to Hoff, who's just coming into the last sector himself. He's had a couple of goes at turning in for that final corner. 19.4 for the Mercedes. LMB in the Haas. Also speaking to him before the race, and he was he had a decision to make on a setup tweak that he was going to try. Don't know whether he went for it or not. If he did, then fair play to him. I know he was deliberating between the two. We've seen quite a number of drivers dropping down to second for that first corner. Dodo's in fourth, third for the turn 2 and 3. Looked like he just ran wide into turn 2. Ran it in a little while. Lovely line through the double apex, right. Oh, he's invalidated. He's cut the grass just too much. Gaza is out. That is a binnage, and we've got no one on track here. Jerry's on a lap. Gone purple in the middle sector, apparently. Oh, he's just run wide at the hairpin. Sid's retired. He's done. He's happy. Gaza on the cusp. Jerry needs to find 3/10, and he has found them. He has found nearly 9. 18-1 from Jerry. Puts himself P5. As cars are stacked up in the pit lane. Dodo's going for another lap with no ERS. Not got a lap on the board yet. So what we do know is Gaza will not be going into Q3 because he's the 11th quickest time and Dodo's just on his way back into the pits, I think, to get some fuel back in that car. Jerry's not on that. Got a few drivers on outlaps now. Man of the prediction, Dogashi. I do like the Aston. I think the Aston looks good this year. Shame it doesn't drive as well as it looks. LMB is done. He's happy with P4. Dogashi is a 10th quicker through the first sector than his current 18.9. His Mercedes getting well out of his way. Six tenths up through middle sector. Oh, just a slight snap. That's going to cost him a tenth or two. He's hit the curb on the inside there. All that time he gained in the middle sector, he is now lost. Coming in, he's bailed out of the lap into the pits. Here we go, on board with Shadow. 2 tenths up for the first sector. Using all the track. Exit over the curbs. Something we see him do a lot yesterday. Into 7th gear. Oh, full commitment from the essence. $17.2 from Shadow. So top of the pile. Antho just starting that. Mickey's retired. He's done. SS Matt halfway around the lap. So I backed out of this one because he's not using any ERS. So Antho, who is 2.25 seconds quicker through the first sector, sorry. Oh, Antho just a slight lift where he got on the curb there. Just lagging slightly. Full tenths per second quicker. Oh, and he's run very deep. I saw that. SAS Matt has retired. He's done. $17.6 from Antho. But there was a track extend in there. I saw it. Then again, he was lagging. So whether that actually was or not. Alan is currently on the bubble. Like a Spartan looking to move himself away from the danger zone. Just half, about 500 per second down on this time. He heads into the final sector. No, he's bailing out of that one. Stuggashi got it's half a second up. This would put him through, I think. No, it wouldn't. He needs to find a couple of tenths more in the final sector. Run to the line. What's he got? 18.2. Puts himself P10. Knocks Alan out. What's Dodo's got in return? Off is done. Dodo's is the only one that can knock Duggashi out now. He's yet to set a lap time. I think Dodo's is out here. 18.6, Dodo's is out. Duggashi makes it through to Q2. Dodo's did not look happy with that Williams in that session. Oh, Shadow's goading Ollie in the chat, telling him when is he going to use that Red Bull. I can't wait for him to absolutely destroy you in this final session. That'd be hilarious. After giving him grief. So going out in Q2, quick recap. We've got Alan in 11th in the Haas, Dodo's in 12th in the Williams, Gaza 13th in the Alpine who had a crash, SAS Matt P14 in the AlphaTauri, and Hoff P15 in the Mercedes. The prediction was a yes. Whoever bet on it, it was a yes. Oh, Shadow's put wet race, so I'm done for. Are you running a wet setup or a dry setup, or are you not going to give that away? You are not running 50-50 wings. I know you're not. Don't lie to me. Is that Antho first out on track? That is. Mate, you are not fitting that. You're not fitting a helmet on that head, let alone fitting that head in that cockpit. Right, let's do a quick prediction. pole. Who gets pole? Shadow. All start. LMB. Who else have we got in there? Cedric. I'll put fifth option on Jerry. Because I know Jerry's got pace. Couple minutes. Here we go. Apologies if I didn't put you down for pole. Mainly looking at Antho though. Here we go then, Antho as he starts. First lap of Q3. Bit of an interesting line. Strikes me as though Antho's gone with a wet setup because he's looking 194 miles an hour. No, he's just not using arrows. So Antho's not, he's bailed out of that run. Sid is on the flyer. Here we go. Look at the teamwork at Red Bull. Nice toe from Ollie. But in turn, Sid is towing that McLaren around the track. He's just started a lap in the house. He's coming just about to come for the first sector now. $25.4. What a lap from Antho. 17.8 from Sid. Mickey invalidated. See AlphaTauri Jerry next on the track, but he's on an out lap, so we'll go to LMB. Purple middle sector 57.9. Was telling me earlier he was getting 17 flats in practice for tonight's race in the realistic pass. 17.6 from the Haas driver. Who's next up? Shadow. $57.7, a couple tenths quicker. Whoa, just looked like the car didn't want to turn in there. $17.3 from the Williams man. We've got like Mickey. There's a car park happening at last corner. Ollie with the 16.9 puts it on provisional pole. RPM Stoney 18 flat. Mickey about to cross the line. 18.5 from the McLaren driver. Oh, Jerry's had a snap out the final corner. What's he got? He's got an 18 flat. That's good enough for P6 currently. On the third row of the grid. I imagine they'll all be on in laps now. Come in and get a fresh set of tyres. Black Spartan backed out of his first lap. Must have been validated somewhere. Just struggling to get that power down in that final sector there. Buries the throttle out the final corner though, and 18-1 puts himself provisionally ahead of the fourth row. These drivers all jumping into the pits, they are. No. They've all had their bankers, they've all had their opening gambits. Ollie leads the way by just about 4/10 of a second from Shadow, who has a 3/10 of a second gap over LMB. 2/10 further behind that is Sid in P4. And we're into the 18s, RPM Stoney 18 flat. AMS Jerry 18 flat. Black Spartan 18-1, Mickey 18-5. Dougie Sheet, no lap set yet. And Antho 25-4. Absolutely electric time. Antho telling Shadow, because Shadow said he was going for P4 in the chat, he said, Antho telling him he's going to be higher than that with the 17.3 banker he's done. Right, here they come then. Just under 4 minutes on the clock. Mickey's out on track already, as is Shadow. TC Dreams says he's watching from his boring baseball game. He's been roped into going to a baseball game today. Love the commitment though. Sat there watching us. Love that. None of that on your hot lap, Shadow. I saw that. None of that on that hot lap. Here we go, then he winds up as he starts. No, he's not turned the ERS on. Is he giving them 2 warm-up laps on them tyres? Must be going for 2 warm-up laps on them tyres. Right, LMB's on an out lap. We go to Mickey then. McLaren driver we've just seen go past. Mickey taking all that curb on the right hand side. .57.8, he's 3/10 up, nearly 4. Looks like he's just still fighting that car like he was yesterday. I commented on it when I was watching him during my stream. I think I had the mic turned on. But he looked like he was fighting the car yesterday. 17.9, he gets into the 17s, that's a P5. Sit on a lap, I have missed this completely. As he rounds the final corner. Has he got anything to challenge front row of the grid? He has not, that's an 18 flat. RPM Stoney has retired from the session. Shadow is drifting into the pit lane. Spartan just starting a lap. LMB, whereabouts is he on track? He is here. Not taking any of that curb on the right hand side. Says this Haas is like a boat in the corners. He's 3/10 up on his time though. Through the middle sector. Oh, he's hit that apex. I love that. Carried the corner speed as well. (17.3) improves in time, but not a place. Jerry's just starting. Antho to cross the line. What's he got? Puts himself P4. He bumps Sid down to row 3. Identical lap time to LMB. Just the fact that LMB has said it first. Dougie Sheet is there. Jerry is our next driver round. Oh, he's run wide in the S section. He's nearly 3/10 up though. This could move him up a couple of spots on the grid. Looks like he may have just missed his braking point there. Short shift into 4th. Back down into 3rd. Another short shift into 4th out the final corner. No snap this time. Run to the line. 17.6 puts himself to the front of row 3. Mickey's invalidated. Dougie Sheets just invalidated. LMB's invalidated, so that is that. Yes, Antho, exact same time. LMB said it first though, that is why he's in front. Shadow says second, I'll get beaten by a Williams. GG Ulster. Told you he'd ruin you in this final session. So there we have it. Ollie takes the pole position. Only driver to get into the 16s. Shadow takes P2 in the Williams. That's a stellar lap in the Williams. 17.3. LMB also in the 17.3. Gets himself 3rd, head of the 2nd row. Antho P4 with the identical lap time to LMB. Jerry puts himself P5 alongside Sid in the 3rd row, who is P6. Mickey P7 in the McLaren. Alfa Romeo's line up 8th and 9th with Stoney in 8th, Spartan in 9th, and then Dougie Sheet rounds out the top 10. I'm going to take a few minutes break, grab myself a drink, and I will see you back here for the race. I am back in the room and that rain is pouring down. Let's have a quick look at the race director. No, the game doesn't want to play ball. There we go, look. Ooh. We've got a split on the grid, look. We've got wets on the red balls and the wets on the Alpine of Antho, but according to the race director, Shadow, LMB, Jerry and Dugashi all starting on the intermediates. This could be incredibly interesting, so let's take a quick look then at the tyres. That is the case. If we, as we can see there, Holster on the wets, Shadow on the inters, LMB inters, so that's Shadow round already. Antho on the wets, Jerry on the inters, Sid on the wets. That does look very wet to me. I don't, do you know what? I don't think that so what are people's predictions? What do you think's going to happen here? Very, do you know what? This split on tyres. Let's go on board. I mean, the rain on board doesn't look that heavy, but you cut to one of the wide shots and there is a lot of spray. Black Spartan trying to get some heat in them wets. Shadow doing some burnouts, trying to get some heat. Ulster was disqualified. Shadow was disqualified. Jerry's been disqualified. You can just see, look, if we go on board with enemy, you can just see how far back it puts you in your pit box if you get disqualified. I'm going to stick on board with these starts actually this time around rather than cut to a wide shot. Actually, no, let's go to a wide shot. Stick with Antho though. Oh, two drivers have jumped the start. Multiple drivers have jumped the start. Antho on them wets got a lightning start as well. Shadow's pulled to the inside. Ollie on the outside. I'm seeing bits of carbon fibre everywhere at the back. Antho takes it into turn one. Whoa, that looks so treacherous. I'm glad that's not me out there. That's one thing I can say for sure. Black Spartan making moves. There, LMB looks like he's just struggling on them inters. Is it too wet for the intermediate tyres? So Sid must have had a moment there. You see him back down in 10th, fighting with Dodos. Are all them penalties? Let's go. They are all drive-through penalties. That may be a case of someone has jumped the start and the others have gone with him. Very easy to do, very easy to get sucked into that sort of thing. Shadow, the leader of the Inter runners, it's just a question of, if it is full wets, how long before it dries up and these Inters become the better tyre to be on. Obviously no DRS Gonna be, oh, Anto's retired! That's a binage! That's a binage out the last corner. That's a safety car. That's a big bin from Antho there. Oh, Matt's got to drive through for speeding under the safety car. These drivers obviously can't serve their penalties. Can't serve them drive-throughs. Jerry's gone on to another set of inters. Gazza's the only one that's pitted that's come back out on wets. Cedric has got a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. Not entirely sure. Oh, Antho's saying impossible to race with that sound glitch. Can't hear his engine. I've heard it. I've not had that glitch personally. I've heard it. And it does sound absolutely awful. So I do feel sorry for you there. So with the race neutralised, we've got 6 drivers with penalties currently. There you can see the pit stop windows for the wets. It's wet the entire race, lap 18. About halfway through the race to ditch them wets and come in and get another set. My suspicions is it won't be this wet the entire race. You just start to see a dry line forming. So I would give it another sort of... we're behind the safety car. Ollie's pitting. Shadow is pitting. Not sure why Shadow is pitting. Ollie's pitted for the inters. Yeah, that's an interesting call. Shadow has pitted and gone onto the wets. So the guy that was net leader this race has changed his tyres and Shadow's gone in the opposite direction. What he's also done is he's put the McLaren of Trev in between the two. Hoff in AI. Hoff's car is ghosted. Didn't see him leave the session. Let's try and get him back in. So, is LMB now in the best position in this race? If it's turning to inters. And so Sid is the only one that's penalty is not a drive-through. Let's just race director incidents. So Alan, Dodos, Gaza, and Dugashi all jump the start. Tut tut, naughty naughty. And Sid's was for ignoring a yellow flag. Matt and Mickey's drive-thrus for speeding under the safety car. Oh, it was LMB. Had contact with Jerry. Jerry hit Black Spartan. Sounded like it all went off down to turn 1. Safety car coming in the slap. Doesn't look like Black Spartan's backing them up at all. Gonna get one more lap behind the safety car. Here's Dodo's at the back of the field. He's on Inters now. We've got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 drivers on Inters. So currently there is an even split on drivers on Inters and drivers on wets. That is distinctly a dry line appearing now. The rain looks like it has eased as well. Dodo should look at struggling for a little bit of grip out there. Safety car is in this lap then. Let's get this race going again. There's, oh dear, RPM Stoney is facing the wrong way. That promotes everyone else up a position. See how these wet tyres fare on the restart. Black Spartan's gone, going out the last corner. And he's lost it into the pit wall. He has parked it into the pit wall. A few of these drivers bailing out of their wet stints now. Looks like the Inters of the tyre with the better grip. I'm saying that Sid's doing a good job of keeping tabs on LMB at the minute. They've opened up a 1.3 second gap to Alan in P3, but I definitely think it's Inters. But then again, I'm not driving the car, so Shadow climbing all over the back of Ulster through the middle sector. Oh, he's pushing him round the corner. He's going to send it. Gets that move done. Maybe the wets do have better grip. For how long? That is the question. Not a fan of that camera angle. So SAS Matt and Alan both coming into the pits to get rid of them wet tyres, I'm assuming. Shadow sticking it out, as is Sid. LMB's burnt a lot of ERS and Sid has got a lot in reserve. Trev has just been overtaken by Jerry down into turn 1. Trev also still running on the wet tyres. Oh, Matt's come back out on another set of wets. Interesting move. Matthew just about to make a move on Trev there. After not setting a lap in quali, he makes his way up into P6. NMB has just opened up a gap now. Sid, it looks like Sid is struggling with grip on them wet tyres. I think you might see the wet runners bail into the pits this time round. I'm sure, is that Hoff's car still in AI? It is. 130.9 from LMB, that's the quickest lap. 130.9 from Shadow, who has stayed out on the wets. Trevor's also stayed out on the wets. Dogashit 29.7, he's a whole second a lap quicker in the Aston Martin. That says to me it is definitely the right move to be on the Inters now. Of course, Sid would have had to have served his 5-second stop. Dodo's burning down the straight to get past him. His Inters are up to temp. Sid, you're going to have to be cautious with the first couple of corners. Gazza and Stoney just behind these pairing. Looks like a four-way fight for P10 currently. I would go on to the Hoff, but he is in AI, so. Shadow looks like he's just dropping slightly from LMB. Oh, he's down to 3% ERS, that's why. Matt needs to move on. Matt does need to move on. 29.4 from Dogashit. He's getting quicker and quicker every lap. Shadow picks up his first penalty of the race on lap 9. 3 seconds for him. Sid makes his way past Dodo's down into turn 1. Oh, that's a big lock-up from Dodo's. Battle behind them. Just heating up slightly. 0.4 of a second between Gazza and Stoney. Stoney is running very low on ERS. Still raining out there. Dogashit makes his way past Trev as they head into the final sector. Well, mate, Trev's still out on the wet tyres. Thought he might have come in by now. Looks like it's Jerry with the fastest lap, 29 flat. Definitely in as Shadow's in the pits. Trev is coming in the pits. He is the last to switch to the intermediate tyres. Hoff having a right ding dong with his AI. No, sorry, Matthew having a right ding dong with Hoff's AI. Cedric with the fastest lap, 28.8. So these lap times are just going to keep getting better and better as the track clears more water. Question is, has Ollie or Jerry got enough in the tank to catch LMB, who's so far this race has pulled off a strategic masterclass? Three-way fight at the back here. Trev, Matt and Mickey. Stoner's fight. Stoney finally gets moved down on Gaza. Gaza looks like he's struggling in the Alpine. .28.1 from Ulster. Last I looked at that gap, it was 4.2 seconds. He just closed it down slightly and also extended his lead over Jerry. Mickey looking for any way possible past Matt. Nothing doing there. Trevor looked like a great drive out of that last corner. Pulled a second on Matt so far. Matt burning that ERS though. Gap down to 3.5 at the front. Oh, here we go, helicopter shot. Stoney on the back of Dodo's now. Shadow's up to 6 seconds of penalties. Pushing hard to close that gap. Maybe just a little bit too hard. 27.5 from Ulster. LMB's just got the Jaws music playing in his ears now. He knows Ollie's coming. And he knows the move is going to come at some point. I think realistically he knows that Ollie's got the quicker car. So really his fight isn't with Ollie. ERS. Yeah, Dodo's sitting on about 20% more ERS than Stoney. I feel sorry for Trev. I know Trev went for a wet setup and it's looking like it's not worked out well for him. Meanwhile, just slightly further up the road. Got Shadow back of Alan, pushing him round. Oh, he's made contact with the back of the house, pushing him round the corner. Matthew picks up his first time penalty of PRL. This is his first race in PRL. He's up to P4. He's done wonders so far. Shadow having a slight moment there. Mickey still not found a way past Matt yet. Oh, I just need to put my laptop on charge. Mickey burning that ERS, he's not got a lot of it left. Clearly Matt's got slightly more. Matt's got a lot more. That's the move done. Dodo's picks up 3 seconds for a corner cutting. Stoney goes past. Dodo's not enjoying the Williams. PRL Shadow, 3 second time penalty. That's up to 9 seconds now. On lap 11, I'm sure he was on none, or 3 seconds. Picking up warnings for fun. Field's starting to spread out now. 27-4 from Channel. I was speaking to last night's commentator, PRL at Sidrick, who's currently running B9. He was saying that the race last night started to spread out, and then we got a safety car. Brought it all back together. So for the neutral, safety car would be amazing right now. For the drivers, not so much. I'll tell you what that does look like though. That looks like that has potentially stopped raining. I think that's stopped raining. Which, if that's the case, give it till around lap 17, 18, we could see some drivers coming in and putting on some dry tyres. Now the question would be, do you go with the mediums or do you go with the hards? Because the mediums probably will get to the end, but it'll be a struggle. Gap at the front, as LMB had a moment, because the gap at the front was 2.5, and it's now down to 0.8 of a second. Ollie running very low on ERS. LMB up to about 40%. Ollie just looks like he's got more grip. Tyres are only 2 laps younger, but Jerry are 5 seconds down the road from this battle. Hoff is still in AI. Still no way past. Is Mickey going to send it? Is he going to go full Danny Rick? He is not going to go full Danny Rick. That gap just pushed back out slightly at the front. It was up to 1.2. It's back down to a second. The car in front, the Alpine of Gaza, is only 2 seconds up the road from that. Oh, we've had a spin. That's Matthew. He spun coming onto the straight. Sid sets the fastest lap of the race. Just behind Matthew we've got Alan and then Sid on their way. Matthew's just moved over and let them through. We go back down to Mickey, trying again down into turn 1. He needs to bide his time, save a little bit of ERS for a couple of laps, and then go for it. Gazza's not pulling away from them in front. The gap's stabilised at around 2 seconds. So it looks like my prediction was wrong. About lap 17, 18 for them dry tyres. Because there's still plenty of spray coming off these cars. There's plenty of water out on the track. Mickey burning that ERS. Save it, man, save it. Gap at the front is down to half a second, which is going to cut to that fight. Matthew is pitted for another set of inters. Couldn't hold it out any longer. Looks like LMB's got more pace in the middle sector. Here we go, Sid on Alan for P7, Ulster with the fastest lap of the race. Just turning that screw and applying that pressure lap after lap to LMB, trying to force a mistake from the Astral. DRS is enabled, DRS is enabled. So this should make this move for Sid now piece of cake. Doesn't need to burn that ERS, he's got DRS. Turn the ERS off, Matt. Should be interesting. So Gazza's coming to pits. Is he going to be our first runner onto dry tyres? Mickey's burning all that ERS. Both of them got DRS. He is. Gazza's gone for it. Gazza's gone onto the hard tyre. Sid's already pulled out 1.4 seconds over Alan. Gazza and Matthew's also gone out onto the oh, that looks treacherous out there. Meanwhile, we head back up to the front. Is there a change of the lead? There is. Ollie gets the move done. Shadow with the fastest lap. Ollie obviously is a double DRS zone here, one detection point for 2 DRS zones. That I think is Gazza that's round. That is Gazza that is round on them slick tyres on the Alpine. It's just a bit too wet then. Mickey burns the ERS. Matt's not got DRS this time to save him. Is he finally going to get this move done? He's out of ERS. He's not saved any. Oh. Dodo's also moves on to the hard tyre. Matt's got 40% ERS, Mickey is at 6. Ulster with the fastest lap of the race. LMB is in. LMB is in the pits. Can only be for dry tyres. He's trying an undercut on the Red Bull. Just hoping that he's got grip. That's Dodo's. Dodo's is making up his own track and gets 10 seconds. A lot of drivers are coming in now. A lot of drivers are in. So we've got Shadow, we've got Douglas Yeet, with the AI of Hoff. Alan's coming in as well. Alan's gone onto the hards. The rest of the drivers have gone onto mediums. This could be an absolutely blinding play from LMB, who's just running deep into them corners. Oh, he's fighting for grip. Grip that just at the moment is not there. Cars on dry tyres, we've got cars on inters. Track It doesn't look like there's any water left on the track. Them inters are just going to be boiling up. Ollie's in the pits. He had to come in this lap. Jerry also in the pits. Where are they both going to come out in relation to LMB? Where is Ollie? Ollie's at the end of pit lane as LMB comes around the final corner. I think LMB just went one lap too early by the looks of things. Yeah, he's just gone a lap too early because he's now 3.5 seconds behind Ulster. Oh, he's got it down to 2.5, so Ollie going to struggle with heat, getting heat into them medium tyres. This is where LMB needs to really capitalise, get into that DRS window. That's his only chance of now winning this race, I think. I think Ollie's got the outright pace on him. But he should do in the Red Bull. LMB's done wonders. Look, he's managed to get back into the DRS. Really burning the ERS now as well. Fastest middle sector of the race. Naturally, these times will just get quicker and quicker. Ollie looks like he's just struggling to get any heat in them tyres. So I said at the start of this lap, man, LMB went one lap too early. Maybe he's just going to prove me wrong. Ollie weaving down the straights. LMB gets the move done. Apologies that I cut off from that. I just want to see if Dodo's whereabouts Dodo's wasn't. Mickey and Matt are still going at it. Matt went onto the hard tyre, Mickey went onto the medium. Mickey finally got some more ERS to have a challenge now at Matt. Oh, he's gone for a cutback, but Matt's just parked his car on the apex. Matt nearly got full ERS. Mickey just wants to get past. He's bored of looking at the back of that Alpha Tauri. We have got a spinner. Is that Doug Sheet? That is. LMB with the fastest lap of the race now. Ollie making the move back past him with the DRS. This is just going to be tit for tat the rest of this race, I think. LMB not fighting it too hard. Wait, he didn't fight it at all, really. Mickey picks up 3 seconds. All that time he spent behind Matt, as soon as he gets in clear air, he picks up a 3-second penalty. I think this is going to be such a struggle for LMB to hold on to the coattails of that Red Bull. But he is doing a stellar job so far. Most pointless DRS zone leading into that corner, but it helps keep him within touching distance. No other close battles, no other battles within a second on track. Ollie with a 19.8 on that lap. LMB did get the DRS. So although the gap is bigger, Ollie's light is going to be flashing now. That's red rag to a ball to LMB. He'll be able to see that. Know that Ulster is short on ERS. There you go, there you can see it. Is that Dodo's just moving out of the way? That is Dodo. Despite having the DRS, LMB didn't close down on him really at all. Just showing that that Red Bull is such a stronger car than that. And that despite his best efforts, there is not much LMB can do to fight off Ulster. He's just setting another fastest lap of the race. Mickey into P10 for the McLaren. Up behind Douglas Sheet now. Let's have a look at the penalty situation. I'll do it after this straight, because I suspect Mickey is going to get a move done here. He does, quite comfortably with the DRS, get that move done. Big question we've got is, are medium tyres going to make it to the end? I'm inclined to say yes, they will. It might be a little bit ropey. Shadows on 9 seconds. Oh, big snap from Mickey. Ran over that curb and the car maybe just bottomed out on the curb. Big snap, but he's done really well to hold that. All that work he did to get past Douglas Sheet, he's going to do again. So Dodo's with 13 seconds of pens. Everyone else with 3, apart from Shadow, who has 9. And he's just about 9 seconds in front of Sid. So look at the position changes. Hoff, that's Hoff's AI, so we won't take that into account. The biggest movers are Alan, Trev, and Matthew. Biggest loser so far is Shadow after that immense qualifying. Love these aerial shots, we don't get enough of them in my opinion. But Mickey back in the DRS. Still the closest battle on track this. Dodo's with 3 second time penalty. Up to 16 seconds now. No way past this time for Mickey. What about down into turn 4? No, we had a brief look Nothing doing. Oh, that's a bit of naughty move, that. Like a sheep made it look like he was going outside and then swerve back to cover the inside. Mickey gonna get that move done down into turn 1, last of the late breakers. Gets it done. Seals it into turn 2 and turn 3, gets the double DRS. That is that. Matthew gets past Trev. P12. Trev is going to be suffering out there with that wet setup. He'll be praying for the end of this race. Why are the cars ghosting? Just they look. Hoff's definitely is. As is Dodo's. I'm just trying to check chat on my phone. Shadow has caught the AI of Hoff. Gonna get DRS off of it as well, just casually stayed behind it. Togashi picks up 3 seconds now. Mickey's opened up a 2-second gap. Jerry having a very lonely race in third at the minute, rounding out the podium. Will he be happy with that? I reckon he will in the AlphaTauri. You know, it's first race at Mexico for him this year. Not an easy track to just jump into with very minimal practice. But I think he's done an admirable job in P3. LMB fresh off of I'm hesitant to say good result because I know he will always want better. He only ever wants to win. But it was still a fairly good result for him yesterday. So he'll be happy with that. Ollie looking for his first win in the Red Bull. He got his first win in league racing in the F2 series here on Wednesday. He's looking to double up on that and get a win today. Be having to increase them targets, I think. Right, we've got a battle going on for 7th place here between Alan and Stoney. Probably just about getting now into the window where the hard tyres might be the tyre that's preferable to be on. Might just be offering a touch more grip. Oh, Stoney spun! He kept it out of the wall. Just as I was saying about the hard tyre, maybe the preferable tyre. Stoney demonstrating that the mediums maybe just the grip levels just starting to drop as they hit 10, 11 laps old. Curse of the commentator, I'm afraid, on that one. I've only just noticed Dougasheet followed you 45 minutes ago. Thank you for the follow, Dougasheet. We thoroughly appreciate that here at PRL. The field now very spread out. How is Sid's gap to Shadow? We can work out gap to the leader. So Shadow is 25.7, Sid is 34.9. He needs about another second, I want to say. Needs to find another second, maybe 1.2 to jump Shadow. He's also running very low on ERS. So P4 not out of the question yet for Sid, because that's Hoff's AI as well, we've got to remember. So he's not racing that car in front. His battle is with Shadow. Just so you are aware, next weekend we are off to Singapore, Marina Bay. Very, it's a long race for the drivers. That is one of the longest races that we do. It's only 31 laps, but time-wise, it's just very. It's a mentally exhausting race, that I find. And also, whilst we've got a little bit of a lull in proceedings near the end of this race, PRL are also entered into a charity event. It's a Christmas for Children charity event being run by the guys over at RUF1. It's a 24-hour stream that they run, so it's however many races are on the calendar. I think it's 22, 23. If there's that many tracks, I think it's 23 tracks in the game, so it might be, if another track comes out, it might be 24. Don't know the details. That LMB's retired! No, what's happened? What has happened there? Oh, he's lost it. Oh no, he is going to be fuming. Absolutely steaming will he be. What he would have done is he's come round on the right hander, maybe just got a touch of extra throttle with the grips a little bit lower, and he's just lost the car and into the wall. He's gone on the right hand side. You know, the car just let go on him. That's my guess as to what's happened there. Might just... Oh, Dodo's got 5 seconds for speeding in the... for corner cutting, sorry. Let's just quickly, if we can... I don't know if he's going to want to speak to us at this point, but... we'll try and get him in. That promotes Jerry to P2. Shadow into P3. Sid might still be able to clinch that. Definitely, I invited him into the pipe, but I don't think he wants to speak to us here. As I was saying, yeah, it's a 24-hour stream, so if China, which is a rumoured track to be coming out, does come out, then it'll be 24 races, I imagine. Don't know in entire specifics. But yeah, one-shot quali, 50% race for 24 hours. All for a good cause, Christmas for Children. I think it's Great Ormond Street over here in the UK, and I don't know the American charity. We did it last year, it was great fun. So, PRL will be representing the Alpine team. Obviously it's equal tier cars, but yeah. So if you're not signed up, just hop on over into the Discord, the link's in official announcements, and love to have you as many people involved as possible. It's not about winning, of course, it's all about the charity. The racing is just a bonus. Here you go, the flares then for Ollie as he comes into the final sector, the baseball stadium. Including audio, I want to know what happened. There we go, Ollie takes the victory. Jerry inherits a very fortuitous P2 after this man's accident. Do you care to tell us what happened? So, do you think it's where the tyres just dropped off grip slightly? Yeah, I was saying it was a tough call to decide whether hards or mediums at the point that everyone came in. So, well, for others it worked out. For you, it's not worked out too well. I wouldn't, mate. I wouldn't. I said you were doing a great job. I was just really shocked to see you DNF. Hey ho. I've done it plenty of times in practice. I've lost it there. It happens. Ah, you will. You'll be fine. Yeah, you'll be fine. He'll probably still re-sign you. Oh, I don't know. Sarah's the boss, not me. I just turn up and commentate. So, Ollie takes the win. Jerry P2, Hoff's AI took P3, so he'll get removed from the final standings. Shadow into what will be P3, P4 on the leaderboard there. Sid P5, Alan P6, your teammate in the Haas P6. Stoney P7, Mickey P8 for the McLaren, Dogashit P9, Matt P10, Trev in 11th, Matthew getting the fastest lap on what was, I think, the last lap, P12, Gaza 13th, Dodo's 14th, LMB, Black Spartan, Antho all DNF'd. Well, thank you for joining us for that. It was a little bit of a... not as exciting as last week. And I hope you all join us for Singapore next week, when it will probably be raining again. Thank you very much.